Afternoon, folks. Hope you're all doing well today. I was on the website www.fpif.org the other day, reading an article called America versus China in Africa by Francis and Juby Nesbitt. It made for a good little read, and I thought I'd share a couple of bits with you folks. Okay, from the top. Quote, China's imminent replacement of the West as the dominant international economic and political force in Africa epitomizes the most dramatic shift in geopolitics since the collapse of the Soviet Union. Yet the United States and Europe, Africa's traditional trading partners, seem incapable of responding to the challenge and retaking the initiative. Instead, their response has been to wring their hands in despair and make ineffectual noises about human rights and democracy. A recent Senate hearing on the implications of China's role in Africa, for instance, concluded that the United States is ceding both economic and political leadership in Africa. Led by Senator Chris Coons, the panel urged the United States to respond by expanding trade and investments in Africa while defending its democratization agenda. This is a tall order, however, considering that the Obama administration's top foreign policy priority in Africa is counter-terrorism, a policy that undermines both the trade and human rights agendas. End quote. Okay. A couple of contentious things are said here, in my view. Yeah. Moving down the page a bit to a section called Scramble for Africa's Resources. Okay, quote, China is not the only challenge to the West's dominance in the scramble for Africa's resources. Other emerging economies such as India, Russia, Brazil and Turkey are all investing heavily in Africa. Middle Eastern countries are also leasing large tracts of land in Eastern Africa to grow food crops. India and several European countries are also eyeing Africa's abundance of arable land and water as a solution to their growing food deficits. Iran and Turkey are increasing their business ties with Islamic nations in the Horn and North Africa. The trend, therefore, is clear. The second scramble for African resources is in full swing. The difference between the first and second scrambles is that the first one involved European powers. Today, there are a multitude of new players, led by the United States and China, but also including Brazil, India, Turkey, Iran, and the Persian Gulf states. End quote. Is Africa a piece of cake? Is everyone entitled to fight for a slice? We know that Africa has been ruthlessly exploited in the past by European countries. Is it now the case that in this second scramble, leaders, governments, and corporations from all over the world see it as okay, more than okay, to steal Africa's resources, to rob the continent of its natural wealth, in the name of profit, in the name of national interests, in the name of development and modernization? I'm sure a lot of Africans will indeed benefit from new waves of foreign investment. Be under no illusions, though, some will not. Some will suffer. I think a lot of people here in the West are stuck with this stereotype of Africa as this completely impoverished, pre-industrial, terrible place. And I think the media, the mainstream media over here, is largely to blame for this. There is indeed a lot of ignorance in the West with regards Africa, its nations, its people, its diverse cultures and traditions. There's a lot of learning that needs to be done. I was wondering the other day, what kind of place will Africa be by, say, the middle of this century? Considering everything that's going on now, I mean. I wouldn't like to guess. It's a difficult one. Anyway, take it easy, folks, and I will see you later. Peace.